Hi everyone, Corey Thorne, Spiritual Intuitive Guide, Empowerment Life Coach. I'm coming in today to do a reading for this weekend. I am supposed to be off all weekend. It's kind of one of those things that I'm being kind of ordered to take some time and to rest. I do have people that take care of me as well as I try to help everyone else. And I have hit some roadblocks in my own path of just being so busy and just loving what I'm doing, but just being so busy that my body has kind of telling me that I need some rest. So I am taking some me time this weekend, but I did want to have a reading for this weekend. And the first card that came out was really funny, that it would be this card, but it was exhaustion that came out. It was Sonia Croquette cards. And it was exhaustion and how important we are, how important it is for us to take care of this vessel that we know that our spirit is living in, and that my dogs are scratching at the door. It's so important for us to take care of this vessel. It's so important for us to put such priority into our own healing and into our own time, and being very kind of diligent in paying attention to the signs that are showing up in our body. And my signs were that, I was kind of, my legs were going to give it out and I was collapsing. It was like time for me to make a change. So my big change was that I finally made a decision to fully step away from my other career that I had been doing for 30 years as a hairdresser. And we need to sometimes look at our lives and take stock of what's not serving us anymore, what doesn't work for us, and what we need to let go of. And this is a good time this weekend, as we've just come into September the 1st for today, and you're in a whole new month. It's a month to kind of just sit back and say, okay, I'm preparing now. I'm preparing for the next phase of my life. I'm preparing to move into a whole new time. Don't feel the need to rush. Don't feel the need to kind of bulldoze into it because, September's here, and it's like that kids go back to school and it's like, boom, we have to get going. And no, it's not. It's like, it's a good time to reflect, to just enjoy watching the season change, enjoy watching the colors of the leaves change. Embrace all of that. Hold on, I gotta let my dogs out. Part of my crazy world is all of my dogs and my mother's dogs. So, sorry guys, but it's taking the time to enjoy watching the seasons change, watching that beautiful colors that come, and how Mother Nature really has so many wonderful things that are and take a walk through the woods, walk on those leaves as they start to crunch and fall. And this is the time when, when we take a moment and we sit by a tree. I love to put my hands on a tree and just sit by just hold a tree. It just, to me, it's such an amazing thing to see a tree and the roots and how grounded and how it's fed and nurtured, and in the whole shamanic healing and Aboriginal healing stuff. We've really talked about the three worlds. We have the lower world, the mid world, and the higher world, right? And so the tree has three parts of it. It's the same thing, and it's always reaching to that higher power, that higher sense, and it's always being connected to the universe, to the sky. And it sheds its old and allows itself to sit dormant, and then it comes into new. And this is exactly where we are, is that sometimes we need to allow ourselves to shed and then sit dormant in the energies that we're in. And that's the time when we allow ourselves to sit in our light and sit in our truth, and to be very devoted into our meditations and into our prayers, and paying attention to the messages that we are receiving for ourselves, and knowing that that time is not the time. In that time, it's not the time to rush through a meditation. And if you're spending 5 minutes in meditation and then you're getting up and you're going back and doing the same old shit, and you're just rushing through your day and you're not taking the time to really embrace, there's really no point of the meditation. It's like, not that there's no point, don't get me wrong, it's still worth doing, but it's, what are you changing? When we sit down, and I learned this, and I heard this the other day somewhere, and I can't remember, I think it was Joe, I can't remember his last name, but he was talking about this, and it just hit me. So it was like aha moment, that when you sit down to meditate or you sit down to prayer, you never you never get up as the same person as you sat down as. something shifts, something change, because you've already projected what's going to be next, or where we're going next, or how you want to see a world kind of starting to show up. And so you start to live as that. So you start to, if we're going into meditation, we're doing that stuff to be at peace with ourselves. And then we go back into the chaos world. We're not stepping into that right light. And to really pay attention to what you're doing when you get up from that, or how long you spend, not how long you spend into it, but how you're behaving after you come out of there. That's the important part. And it's like that devotion, being very devoted into your practices, into why you're doing your practices, into your whys of why it's so important to take care of you, and why the vessel is important as the spirit that's inside. And we have to do mind, body, soul healing all the way around, and to fully take care of ourselves on all levels. And then it's the things that come to light, and the beautiful moments that we get to have. And that's the things that we get to celebrate. And there's some celebrating your life, celebrating the gifts that are being given to us and being presented to us when we step back and step out of the way and move away from trying to force life to happen, or from constantly staying in the chaos, or constantly trying to push forward. It's a time of there's so much that happens in the quiet time. There's so much that happens during that time of meditation, prayer, sleep, rest. Allow yourself to go there. Be there this weekend and enjoy it all. Have a wonderful weekend. Much love to you all. My dogs are barking again. I love you. Have a great weekend. Thank you.